Hi, it's Peter Higgs here from PGH Pest Prevention and BeeGone Live Bee Removal. So what are my top tips for starting a business? I mean, I'm no expert, but I started my business 14 years ago now, approximately, in 2008. And over that time, I've had some good experience. So I thought I'd share that here. So if I go right back to 2008, I started the business, which was just pest control at the time, without actually working in the industry before. So I never worked for a pest control firm before, which is a massive undertaking. And I would recommend that if you're getting into a business that you have some experience in the industry of some sort that you're looking to get into, because it'll make it a lot easier. And have an interest in that field as well, which I did have. And I actually started the business through support of the Prince's Trust. They gave me a loan of £1,500. Out of that money, I divided it into £1,000 on the website, and 250 quid on a sprayer and 250 quid on business cards. So I knew very early on it was all about getting customers for me. So I understood that principle, which is a really important one, and then obviously keeping the customer as well. So it takes time to build a business up. There's lots of get-rich-quick schemes out there at the moment, and some of them are questionable, but if you're serious about building a business, don't expect it to happen overnight. There are circumstances where that does happen successfully, and that's great, but most of the time there's a lot of hard work that needs to go into it. So be prepared for that, which is why you should do what you enjoy. Focus is another really important thing that I've had to learn, which I do struggle with sometimes, is actually to focus on the task at hand. So there's lots of things that happen in life and in business. It never changes. We all think we're too busy all of the time. We think, oh, just when would I get the time to do it? It's no different for business owners. In fact, it's probably worse. You've got a lot of responsibility, and it's really important to focus your time on what you're doing, where it's needed and when. I think the other thing is to actually get out and start. I've seen it over 14 years of people say, I'm thinking of doing this, I'm thinking of doing that, and someday I'll do this, and they never do. So I think for me, I decided early on that I wanted to be in business and run a pest control company back in my early 20s, and it's the best thing I ever did. But I actually went out there and made a go of it. I got going. I didn't know it'd be successful as it is today, but I just went out and started. And that's the key thing, is to, if you've got an idea and you're thinking about setting up a business, then just get out and make it happen. Otherwise it definitely won't happen. I've also found it really useful to write things down. As simple as a task that is, actually writing things down and planning the day ahead and the months ahead is a really important thing. Especially in recent years, I've learned to actually keep an eye on the business numbers, look at the business maths, sort of how many leads are you getting, what's your conversion rates, how many customers have you got, and how can you speak to them more regularly, and have something that differentiates the business as well. Like we set up BeeGone, which is a live bee removal business, and that was very unique back in the day, and there wasn't really anyone else doing it at all. And having a niche or a differentiation between you and your competition is really important. And that might be down to the staff you employ and the way that you deal with that customer, rather than it being a unique product or service. So I think in our day and age as well, something for me is been to continually learn and immerse yourself in the trade or business that you're in, continually find new ways of doing things, stay up to date, because a lot of the time with the internet now, your customers already know about this service, and in some cases actually can know more than the salespeople or people that run the business, because they've done a lot of research before they want to buy the product. So there's lots that people can do online, so it's really important to stay up to date. And this will help you be seen as a professional who's got the solution to what the person wants. There's lots in business that can go wrong. I think one of the biggest things I did wrong when I started was to not buy my trade name. If you ask your family and friends who own a business and ask them if they own their trade name, the likelihood is no. So get on the Intellectual Property Office and get advice from a lawyer if you need to, but make sure you get your trade name bought, because it's one of the biggest, most costly mistakes I made early on. It means that other people can't run off with your trade names, and you can protect the way that the logos look, and you can actually protect the name as well. So really important step for you to do. And then, like us, if you want a franchise down the line, you can, because you own the trade names. Really, really important step. When I first started, I didn't really know that I was going to franchise that early on, but I knew that later down that's what I wanted to do, and that's when I realised I'd made that costly mistake, because it cost a lot of money having to prove in court that I owned it and someone else didn't. So I hope that's helpful. Good luck, enjoy the journey and the ride if you're going to step into business, and see you later.